Assalamu alaikum. Today's research presentation is related to the topic, the comparative study on communication apprehensions between freshers and seniors, a case study of Mirpur University of Science and Technology, Must, Pakistan. The research paper has been authored by three, Saira Farooq Shah, myself, Kiran Salim, and Razia Rizvi. We all three belong to the Mirpur University of Science and Technology, Must, Mirpur, AJK, Pakistan. This is the rundown of the presentation, which will be the slides will including the following contents. To introduce the topic, communication apprehension is the fear, worry, or anxiety during communication. It occurs in various situations like public speaking, one-on-one conversations, meetings, phone calls, and interaction with superiors. People experience it to the different levels and different extents. It is very important to have a good communication because for students, the employability of the students also depends upon the soft skills. One of them is the communication. To face the global challenges, it is also very important that all the students have good communication skills so that they can perform better and can compete with others. Different studies have been conducted, and here I have started few studies from the Bangladeshi context where we have seen that communication apprehension exists, its prevalence, and it has hampered many students in their pursuits. The problem underlining is that when we are preparing the university students for professional environment, it is imperative to endow them with competencies that correspond with the industry requirements. Employers attribute significant value to communication skills and capacity to deliver formal presentations. Communication apprehension is frequently identified as critical factors impacting oral communication. Despite attaining high grades in English language courses, many graduates exhibit proficiency in reading and writing components of the English language, however, face challenge in speaking or effectively communicating due to the elevated levels of comprehension anxiety. Consequently, this study has been set out to seek and find out how much communication apprehension exists in the students of Mirpur University of Science and Technology, and are there any differences among the freshers and the seniors, the students at the different stage of their academics, if there is any difference in the communication apprehension. This is also very important because we belong from a country where English is taught as a second language, and to do the communication globally, it is very important that the students are equipped with necessary skills of communications. The research objectives were to find out the level of the communication apprehension among the freshers, the level of the communication apprehension among the seniors, and we also plan to set out the level to compare the level of apprehension between the freshers and the seniors at Must. This study is very significant for different stakeholders. For the university administration, the educators, the teachers, if these study is taken into account while designing the curricula, it will very much help to target the communication apprehension and to make things a part of the curricula which will reduce the communication apprehension. The kind of holistic education program, the language programs are required where the students focus is on the oral communication skill alongside the reading and writing. What we are doing at the moment is that our students are very, very good at reading and writing, but when it comes to communicate orally, they lag there. Obviously, the study will be beneficial for the students because if the practical recommendations are taken into account, their employability will be increased, their readiness to and to contribute into the national economy, the international, the global stage will also increase, and their academic performance, their confidence will increase, which will make them a better part of the society. Furthermore, industry and the employers need people who are effective communicators. They need people who can frequently do interactions, they can deliver the presentations and collaborations. If these recommendations from this research are taken care of, their skill gap or the employer's skill gap will be reduced, and they will have a competent workforce, the confident workforce in the future. Obviously, this research is also very significant for the further researches. They can take guidelines from this and make or expand this research on the different areas of the soft skills, can do researches in different cultural perspectives, different institutions, and interdisciplinary perspectives, psychology, sociology can be taken care of in the future as well. Here is some of the literature review regarding the comprehension, communication apprehension. And we can see that during different researches have been done, and these are quite recent ones. And we can see that language proficiency, this has already been explored, that this is one of the various factors which affects the students' confidence, and insufficient training on that is very affecting the students' performance in their practical lives. If we see that Vygotsky's socio-cultural learning theory, it also emphasized that language is not just an end product, it is a process. And during this process, we have to have the key learning environment. The learning environment has to be enhanced. The zone of the proximal development, which is a very important part of the Vygotsky's theory, that has to be enhanced. Scaffolded learning has to be enhanced if we want students to overcome the language apprehensions, the communication apprehensions. We need to, the students need to benefit from the communication models. We need to provide them feedbacks. We need to give them the skill refinements to improve their communications abilities. The research methodology which was adopted for this research was quantitative. A descriptive research design was there, and we used a survey, and we had a strata of 4 faculties, and we selected students from the second year and the 8th semester, which were the freshers and the seniors. This is the population. We took 4 faculties: social sciences, engineering, and we have a must business school here in the Mirpur University of Science and Technology. We randomly selected the departments, which were education, sociology, physics, mathematics, CSE, electrical, engineering department, banking and finance, and business administration department. The total population, we took the universal sampling later on, because the number of the students, according to the number of the students, and then here is the response rate as well. The data collection instrument was a self-designed quantitative survey, and it was based on 5-point Likert scale. Validity was established by the 2 experts from the field of education and language. We had Dr. Sadaf Zamir from Islamabad, and we had Dr. Nazir Haider Shah from the University of Portland, JK. The pilot was conducted to establish the reliability, and the cron batch was 0.775, which was good enough to conduct the regional survey. The data was analyzed using the descriptive statistics as well. These are few slides which will depict the comparison of the means between the freshers and the seniors. This is what we found out from the study which we conducted. Regarding the anxiety level for speaking, the mean score was 3.7 with a standard deviation of 1.3. And for writing, the mean anxiety level was zero point 0.3 with a standard deviation of 1.2 and standard error of this. So we have seen that freshers have scored more on the anxiety level, and there is a difference between the freshers and the seniors. For example, freshers have a score of 3.5 on nervousness while talking with the new people. However, the seniors have the score of 3.2. The freshers have a score of 3.4 when they have a fear of being judged by the people when they are speaking. However, that reduces when the students go at the later stages of their academics, which is the seniors year. Freshers have also mean score of 3.5, showing rise in the physical symptoms like nervousness, rapid heartbeat when they have to communicate in the situations, while the senior scores are a bit lower. The fresher score for 3.45 displaying high discomfort when they are making eye contact during this conversation, while the seniors have a bit lower of that score. So we can see that there is a difference between the seniors and the freshers in this regard. Freshers mean score is 3.41 for exhibiting hesitancy when it comes to using the gestures. However, the seniors are a bit more confident. There is a modest decrease in that hesitancy. We can see that. The freshers mean score 3.44 demonstrates that interpreting other people's facial expressions, body language also poses a challenge. There is a difficulty in inferring that what other people are thinking. However, that becomes a bit lower in the senior year. Again, we have seen that non-verbal cues, how are perceived by others. The freshers have exhibited that they feel nervous about that. They are not self-assured about that. However, that score is lowered in the seniors. So, on the basis of these findings, we have concluded that fresher exhibited consistently higher level of communication apprehension compared to their seniors counterpart, underscoring the necessity for targeted support intervention for the demographics. For that specific group, we have to make them reassured in the beginning that they will be provided with every kind of the support which is needed to overcome their fear of language and communication. It is also very important that we have the context in which the communication occurs is pivotal in understanding the variation in the comprehension levels. Freshers primarily encounter communication anxiety within the academic setting, whereas senior face the increased apprehension in professional and networking environment. So it is also very much important to recognize that and address that uh, by applying different interventions and strategies. This research has also demonstrated that the communication apprehension is a dynamic phenomena that evolves over the period of time. We have seen that the freshers experience a new academic environment, and therefore there is a heightened level of apprehension in contrast to the seniors. Further research on this confidence skill, communication skill, confidence, and their academic journey is also warranted. It is going to be really helpful. We have also found out that. So we recommend that there should be mentorship programs for freshers to alleviate their communication apprehensions. We need to implement communication skill workshops. We need to boost the confidence of the students while giving them the opportunities to communicate. We also need to have support programs. We need the educators to step up and include their students in the public speaking workshop, social interaction trainings, and mentorship schemes are going to be really helpful for this. This research scope can also be enhanced. Cross-cultural comparisons can unveil the how cultural factors influence communication apprehension, and obviously the technology has shaped the world around us, so technology is also very important. The digital communication and these platforms can be used specifically to curtail that apprehension in the upcoming generation. These were the references which we have used. Thank you very much for your time and your listening to me.